Hey guys, how you doing out there? Thank you very much for tuning into my 2 month after surgery update. A couple of things I want to talk about today because there's not a huge amount to talk about up the top. There's very little difference other than the fact that all of the grafts have definitely shed. Maybe I've had a few signs of some regrowth coming through, I don't know, and the reason I say that is because I've had a couple of ingrown hairs which would suggest that there's something going on, but really to physically look at, you wouldn't really be able to tell. I mean, I'll give you guys a close-up, and here there's kind of like two lengths of hair going on. We have this length here which I believe to be my original hair, and then as I spoke in my previous video, you can feel a different length of hair here, almost got a sort of stubbled sort of feel to it with some softer stuff going in. So whether or not that is some new growth coming through, I don't know, but it looks pretty much back to where I was when I started. So I won't deny, actually, I've been a little bit frustrated the last couple of weeks, which is kind of crazy because I knew that this wasn't a super quick process, and I knew that I wouldn't have results after 2 months after surgery. So yeah, I don't know. You know what it's like. You want tomorrow, don't you? Just how it is when you're keen on something to happen. So I need to chill a little bit and just wait for these results to come, which I know they will. But yeah, that's the only thing at this stage right now. I'm kind of waiting and wishing for results rather than just chilling and letting it happen. So note to self, just chill. But one thing actually I hadn't really done a huge amount of in the previous videos is show you the scar. So I'm going to give you a 360 of how my hair is now shaved at a grade 5-ish, I would say, probably at the moment-ish. And there's no visible sign of the scar. It's grown in nicely, really pleased. I will give you a close-up and try and expose the scar single-handedly best I can. So yeah, here we go. This is 2 months on now, and yeah, pleased that it's all kind of grown in nice. And I typically just walk around with no hat on now. I'm happy like that. Of course, I'll be happier when it grows in, of course, but I'm comfortable. So I'm going to grab the comb and I'm going to try and expose the scar. Now, whether you get a flash of it or not, I don't know. It's always tricky when you're doing it side on. I've tried it with a couple of mirrors and all kinds of stuff. So here we go. I'll try my absolute best to try and expose it. There we go. Let's give a couple of swipes at there. Now the other side certainly, when after surgery, just along here, the stitches were a little bit tighter. And from kind of trying to look in the mirror, I would say that this side is just slightly redder, so you may get a bit more of a glimpse this side than you did the side I've just shown you. But I'm unsure if you see anything, to be honest. It's not that it's overly important because it's underneath the hair anyway, you know, and it was a massive hang-up of mine, huge hang-up, the scar, but kind of crazy because it's not there. It doesn't matter. I mean, all right, I'm going to live with it forever, but I don't plan to bone my hair really tight, so it's no big deal, right? I'm just going to show you the back. I'll use my fingers actually, see if I can expose it. And I'll tell you what, if you guys can see that, then you're doing well, because I mean, I can barely see it, but yeah, sensation in the scar, it feels back to normal. I'd say it's still good. The top still got a very slight numbness. It definitely still feels not the same. I'm guessing that eventually will settle in. So yeah, there's my 2 month after surgery update. I can't give you much more. I don't know if I can't give you much more than that really, because there's not a lot more to show or say. I'm hoping in a month or two's time there'll be more to show. And I want to keep these videos visual rather than kind of going on and on. So yeah, listen, I hope that's helped you guys catch up, see where I am, and I appreciate anyone that's tuned in, you know, just to keep an eye and see how it's going. And you know, if any of the information I put out there is helpful, then fantastic. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye now.